4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to another episode of TOTD. Host Lee's in the building. What's up with these days?
Yo.
We are back with another episode of Love Island. Better late than never.
Better late than
never,
never,
man. Hopefully you guys been watching it and enjoying it like we have. And unfortunately, we wasn't on top of it like we should. But that's all right. We on top of it now. I think, Dej, we got, 2 weeks left, maybe?
I think so. I think this is supposed to end July 30th.
July 3rd, something like that?
13th. That's what I've heard.
Hey, man, listen. Before we get started and recapping you guys and let you know what happened already and what we're going to be talking about going forward, make sure you like, subscribe, let everybody know about the channel. You're going to see that little QR code, man. Listen, what that QR code does is support the channel. You know, sometimes the algorithm is not pushing our product out there like it should be, but it's okay. That's where you come in at, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button, share, man. Make it go up.
Yeah. We need
Lift
it.
us up higher here at TOTD. We need it big time, man. Or else you can donate. You can also, hey, listen, you can send something here and there that'll help us with everything and getting all this what you're seeing before you right now. See, look. Hey, anyway, man, let's get right into the recap of Love Island. What number is this one we on, man? We done saw so many, man.
Episode 28.
28. Let's recap really quick. Now, you guys, if you already don't know, there were 5 people eliminated from this Love Island. So, Deja, who were the 5?
It was Austin, Andrina, TJ. Dang, who was Graceland, and I think that was it.
Yeah.
Jaden. Jaden was the other one.
Yeah, those 5. Now, let me ask you a question. Those 5 that were eliminated, did you see yourself saying that they could have won the show anyway?
No. I didn't see that they had any strong connections with anybody, so I didn't really have a problem with them leaving. I was just like, oh, well, that was expected. So,
especially after the mail. When they got that mail and everybody was able to express themselves and tell each other what their deepest thing were, that was a tall tale sign too. Wouldn't you say?
I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so look, those 5 people who we're probably really not interested in anyway. So the couples that were strong, those are the ones we want to focus on. As you guys already know, Nick and Sierra done closed it off, right? It's a done deal. So
yeah, they're the only closed off ones in the villa.
I feel sorry for Elon, but it is what it is. Elon is still trying to find his way. How he on the show, I still don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Stranger things have happened.
But look, let's jump right into the 2 people that probably shouldn't have been on the show anyway. Let's talk about Pepe and Iris. What do you think? Can something come out of that? Because they just got rid of Iris's love interest.
I think so. Based off of the previous episode, I think 28. I can see that their connection is kind of like forming more to like a friends to lovers trope is what they call it. So I can see something sparking off between them.
I personally think Pepe is checked out. He's still checked out. Even when they was talking in the episode, he still seems to be not interested. They're going through the motions.
I digress. Man. I think he's very interested in her.
He's interested in getting that 50K.
I don't think it's 50K. I think it's 100,000.
Oh my God! I need to get on this show. My goddamn self.
I don't think it's just 50K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think they have any way of getting to the finals? Something gotta really happen.
Iris and Pepe,
yeah.
So. Yeah, because he's already been voted as most genuine, so I feel like America's gonna vote for him as well.
Facts.
Him and Iris, if they couple up, which I think they will, into nice recoupling.
Yeah. A great way to segue into the next thing I'm gonna do before we start getting to the questions that our lovely editor has. But listen. The next 2 people that maybe have a chance. Who would that be? Besides Chris and who he's with, Huda and the Ace and Shelly and Nick and Sierra. The last couple, Taylor and Clark. America already said what they wanted to say. They kept putting them at the end. You guys watched that episode where the whole time Taylor and them, they kept getting at the end. What do you feel about that couple days?
I stand Taylor no matter what, regardless of like the hate he's been getting. He's been my favorite since the first episode. I mean, yeah, how he did Alandria was wrong. They were coupled up for about like 3 weeks, but then again, you also have to understand that it is his journey too, and you can't really necessarily hate the man if he's going to form a stronger connection with somebody else. Do I think they're gonna win it? No, I don't think so. As much as I would want him to,
Yeah,
I don't think they are.
they're gonna be in the bottom 2 probably, maybe 3.
If that,
At
just
the-
based off of like how everyone feels with Alandria, they think he should have opened up and told her like, hey, you know, I'm not physically attracted to you before Clark got into the villa. But I mean, like I said, you can't help who you like.
You never know. You never know. I think we're going to cover more right now with the questioning. So we're going to jump right into our editor that's going to fulfill this episode right here for you guys, so we get prepared for the one that's about to happen right now. Goddamn it, we only got 2 weeks left. So let's get into it. Editor, what questions that you had that we could just cover everything and do this recap really quick? What you got for us? Talk to me.
Well, I guess we're gonna write it down. So.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna have our answers just like we did in the last episode. What you got for us?
All right, first question. Were you surprised that Austin,
Andrine, yeah, it's tough to say her name.
And Andrina, I think.
It's a beautiful name though, yeah.
Yeah. Jaden, TJ, and Grayson left the villa. Were you surprised that any of them left?
Okay.
No, I think.
You go. Remember how you be stopping me? I'm gonna stop you now. Goddamn. The question is, were we surprised that any of them left? So basically, if they haven't even had a chance to even win, right?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
You ain't write it down. Remember we
I already
supposed.
wrote it down.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
So she be doing that to me, y'all. So I got to get some get back. She be like, no, you got to say it first. So we're gonna do that. Okay. So here we go. You ready? You gonna count it down?
Go ahead.
3, 2, 1, flip.
Bam. Oh, we both agreed on that. Well, it's
No.
not a surprise. We didn't think none of those contestants or none of those people that were there found that connection. None of them was gonna probably win this show. So, and without further said and done on my end, there ain't nothing to talk about. Cause
I mean, yeah, it's really nothing. I mean, Austin did form a connection with Jaden, but you know, maybe it might work out outside the villa. Who knows?
let's keep it real. Austin was Aggie. He should have probably
You
been
think
off
he
the
was
show.
annoying?
He should have been off the show maybe 4 episodes ago. How he
Yeah.
kept surviving America. I don't know. All I know is you didn't get my vote. And the thing is, and the reason is it wasn't because of anything other than connection wise. You know, look, he was with Amira and that didn't work out with her. He was already talking like he needed to have a talk with her. You get me? Same things that would happen with Ace was starting to happen with him. And
Yeah.
he needed to figure that out. And everybody else on there was just, you know, I don't know. He's probably a nice guy and what have you and sincere, but I just didn't see him going no further than he went. So, yeah, America, you
Yeah.
made the right choice. What's the second question?
Do you think Shelly and Chris finally have closure?
Good one. You ready, Dej?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to do it in how many seconds?
Ready? 3, 2, 1, flip.
Bam! Uh-oh. I got yes, she got yes and no. Explain, Dej.
I say yes in a sense because they did talk about it, and he pretty much stood on business with like exploring his connection with Huda, and that it's stronger than Shelly's. And I say no because a part of me kind of feels like she still wants Chris in a way. Like she was kind of maybe like a little bit salty that he wasn't really pursuing her the way she thought he was going to. So I feel like yes, it's closure, but I feel like maybe a small part of her is like the door is still open just a little bit.
Could be after all this is said and done. Who knows what's going to happen
I think
after
she
the show.
still likes him.
But on the show, I would say no. I mean, the closure is done. I mean, her and him had that talk, you know, and I believe they're going to move forward. Yeah, you're right in the sense, Dej, that something is still there. Something is still there. But at the same time, listen, let's keep it real. She's been with Ace longer. She has a stronger connection with him. I don't see that that's going to break. And for purpose of being that strong, Chris had to have really had been aggressive. If he would have been more aggressive in going to grab her and going to have chats with her, making it even more known, hey man, I want you. What's up? I think he probably could have won her over. But because he didn't do that, you got Huda Bob, you got Huda, Hurricane Huda. So what you got next for us?
Do you think Ace and Shelly will close off their relationship?
Uh-oh. I'm ready.
Um,
They ain't got that much time.
I don't know. I'm gonna just say this.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, flip.
Bam.
I just went with my gut feeling. I said no.
I got yes. I got yes, and I'm gonna go first if you don't mind, Dave, just because, like I said, we only got so many episodes left. I think when they had that breakfast in the last episode, and she made it clear that she wanted to move forward, and with the breakfast, it must have been a hell of a breakfast, but that she wanted to move forward and say, you know what, I've already made this closure with Chris. Let's go ahead and get this money. So with that being said, let's do this. I think they're gonna close it off this week. They're gonna try to, unless something really happens that'll stop that from happening. I think so. What you think, Dave?
Honestly, I think so too, but I don't know. I just went with my gut feeling. I don't know why. I guess I'm thinking more of like a logically standpoint, because if they like each other the way they claim they do, and they wanted to set quote unquote boundaries during challenges, and there was so much jealousy going on, I feel like they should have closed it off a long time ago. That's just what I feel like. It shouldn't have taken this long if you really have a sincere and genuine connection with somebody. But you got, I feel like they are gonna close it off, like maybe during this recoupling, but maybe I'm just upset that it took this long, so I'm gonna say no.
I hear you. I think you're 100% right, but the only thing I would throw in there is because you got all these challenges, and you also have these recouplings. It's hard to lock in on somebody. You get a day or two, and the next thing you know, something is happening where it's taking your mood or your feeling away, because you got to do a challenge, or you got to get recoupled, or some new people, bombshells coming in. Megan Thee Stallion big butt came in there, so it's always something that could distract you. You got to be on lock. You got to be fully locked in to do that, and I think that's why it takes so many episodes for them to say, you know what, let's close it off. But Daisy's right. I think they're gonna close it off this week sometime, and again, it's about that money.
I'm sure it plays a part, but I feel like they, maybe they are genuinely making connections. We don't know.
Maybe. We'll see. Let's keep watching. Put it in the comment section. What you guys think? Let us know, goddammit. What's the next question?
Alrighty. Next question. Was Sierra wrong for standing behind Taylor?
I'm already ready. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. We ready.
Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, flip.
Bam. They just got the yes and the no going on this day. Talk to me. Why you say yes and no, Dej?
I say she was wrong in a sense because she has a pretty strong connection with Iris. I think that's one of her best friends in the villa. And regardless, even though TJ probably would have left anyway, like if she has like that loyalty in her as a friend, she probably would have she should have just stood next to Iris. And I say no because I'm also seeing it from another viewpoint that, her partner, Nick, is really close with Taylor. That's like one of his best friends in the villa. So she probably wanted to show like her support by standing next to him because she knows that's his best friend and he would feel devastated. So it's like 50-50 for me. I feel like she was just trying to support her man. Like that's her reasoning and that's fine. But the other part is what, maybe she should have stood behind Iris and TJ, and then you have the Alandria viewpoint where she's like, oh, well, she, kind of like comes off as a backstabber because me and Taylor don't associate, so why would you stand behind him? It's just so many different
variables.
Yeah, that you could look at it from.
I share this, because mine would be quick. My statement would be quick. You're right. She did it because she wanted to stand where Nick was at. She wanted to show support for Taylor. They do have a lot of conversations in the villa, and I'm pretty sure they got a close bond, meaning her and Taylor. So the bottom line is, I know she have a bond with Iris as well, and what they've been saying all these episodes, girl code and what have you. But at the end of the day, it's competition. So you're gonna stand behind the person that that's been at the bottom all day anyway, right? Yeah. So the person that you got to think of that terms, who's the stronger couple? Let's get rid of these people because guess what? I think we can be better than Taylor, and we're gonna get this bread. So it's factoring in and all of that stuff, man. If you ask me, they just picked the least couple that probably has the least chance
Yeah,
of making
probably
it.
a
So,
strategic move.
you know what I'm
too.
saying? Put
Yeah.
that in the comment section because I know I'm right.
I mean, yeah,
It's about
yeah.
the money, 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 money,
There you go.
and some honey. All right, what's the next question?
All right. Do you think Iris and Pepe will couple up?
Yep, I'm ready when you ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, we go ahead and just
You
flip.
sound like SpongeBob. Yeah, man, this is self-explanatory. We ain't gotta
Yeah.
spend a lot of time on this. They don't got no choice.
No, and
They really don't. I mean,
think
who
it's
you
the
gonna go?
girls.
Elon and Iris? I mean, they haven't been. Elon is just out of the picture in my case. He's just a body in there. He's just somebody that's eating up the spaghetti
I think he's probably gonna go home tonight. Honestly.
tonight or wherever the Sunday, whenever we recorded this. But the bottom line is, yeah, that's easy, man. They're gonna couple up. We're going down to the home stretch, and yeah, I think the 4 couples that are last is probably gonna be who you think before he asks the next question. Ace and Shelly, of course, Sierra and Nick, Chris and Huda, and Pepe and Iris, right?
You don't think Taylor and Clark's gonna get fired?
I think at the end of the day, something gonna happen. Look how America already voting. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I mean, I want them to. I think they have a stronger connection than Pepe and Iris, but you know, America funny. You know, they're. You know what? Come to think of it, I'm sorry, Brian and Amaya.
Amaya,
You know,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
might be.
Funny, that's the next question.
Oh, okay. So you got the next question.
Do you think Amaya will couple up with Zach or Brian? Why?
Well, you already heard me.
No, I hear your full answer. Yes,
Okay. Brian is BR. I spell brain.
And you just told everybody your answer.
I told him because it's self-explanatory. You ready?
Go ahead.
All right, I got Brian. Hopefully I spelled it right.
Yeah.
Like Brian McKnight, but without the McKnight.
It could be Y or I. I put Y. I think it's Y.
Okay, I spelled brain. But the thing is, really quick, I think she has a better connection if you guys saw the last episode with Brian. Zach is cool, he's funny, but because of the bumps that they had in the beginning, I don't know if she's gonna choose that. But I know she sat on that man lap, Brian lap, in that little,
In the moo-moo.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. And that seemed to be stronger, and it seems to be that's what she wants because they understand each other already. They're the same culture. They're Dominican, right?
Yeah, I think he's Dominican too. Don't quote me, but I think they are. They come from Spanish, Hispanic background.
Yeah, so with that being said, I think they have a more stronger connection than Zach would have with them. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think Zach is just there to. I think he's just there to win the money and just win because when they started doing the burst your bubble challenge and he noticed that Amaya was getting like, you know, the most votes, like most genuine and the girl that you would trust and stuff like that, and the couple that you would vacation with, he was standing beside her all proudly and like just like beaming, and it's like you was just yelling at her not too long ago. And then Brian, he expressed that he was interested in her before those votes came out. So I feel like his is more genuine.
Yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory. These some great episodes, and it's coming down to the end where you guys, you can see it clearly. You know what I mean? Or what's going to happen.
Amaya papaya.
So what's the next question we got?
Next question. Do you think Alondra will couple up with Nick at the recoupling?
Oh.
Yeah, I forgot about that. There is going to be a recoupling.
It's the girls' pick this time. It's not the
Oh,
boys.
okay. Well,
Okay.
we ready.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, flip.
You think?
If she goes before Sierra, yeah. Because who else does she have a connection with?
Wow.
I mean, unless maybe she might pick Zach. I don't know, maybe.
That would be something.
That would be like the plot twist of the season if she picks Nick. Because I know everyone's like stands the Nicolandria thing, but I don't know.
I think, you know, they're already together. Like, the couples already know what they want to do. We're in the home stretch. She'll be just, Alandria will just be shooting her shot. You know, I don't know if what she'll do would help the situation, her staying on the show. But, you know, again, America, we're like, nah, and I'm part of that. I don't think. Let's just keep it real. I just told you guys the 4 couples I think is going to end up being, and all of those people got a stronger connection. Now, the recoupling could fool you. It could, throw some shade in there.
Pick exact. I don't know.
You never know. You never know.
Forgot,
but at the end of the day, you better pick somebody that's
going
to take you all the way through. You know what I'm saying? You better love me some long time or something. Something got to come in the show where that's going to let people see that you really, really have that connection, or else you just wasting time, man. You just, all you know what you're doing? Dun, 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 dun. As soon as that thing come on, and you just wasting time. So yeah, no, I don't think so. What you got? How many questions we got?
So last one.
Last but not least.
So far, has your opinion changed on who's going to win?
Can you write down who we think?
Yeah, we should. Yeah. Not who you want, who you think is going to win, right?
Well, I mean, since the last time we've done this, who has it changed? Or you still
Oh, okay, I got you.
Official pick is gonna win.
And then ready?
Guys, flip when you're ready.
Yeah, all right. I got it. Amaya and Brian. Ooh. I think.
You just put no.
Yeah, because he said from the previous.
But like, what if they don't know who you picked?
I'm gonna say it. That's why.
Oh.
Jason showed it last time, right?
Yes, of course.
So that means it's changed. Okay.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't changed.
Okay, so it hasn't changed.
Yeah,
Mine's
no.
did.
No. I mean, that's who I think, but at the same time, they just brought into something new. I mean, America's funny. They're so funny to the point where Brian could win it with Amaya or Chris and Huda. Them two are strong coming because America picked them in the thing of who's the most popular. Remember, they had them in line of who was, you know what I'm saying? And those 4 were more higher than Nick and Sierra and higher than Ace and Shelly. This is why you got to watch it. This is why it's exciting and entertaining, and you just don't know what's going to happen. So I'm excited for that.
I think it's going to be Amaya and Huda, like the top 2.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I want Taylor.
Yeah.
But I only say that because she was voted as like, the most favorite, America's princess.
That's what America's mindset
They
is
really
at.
stand her, but they also really like Huda too. I remember at first like no one liked Huda, and now it's like they flipped and they're like, oh, we love her.
She's still Aggie.
Yeah.
But she don't cry like
she's
Amaya.
cool.
Amaya, let me tell you something. I love Amaya. Don't trust me what I'm about to say, but she's crying her way to victory. Like she literally.
You think?
Look, listen. If you anybody got kids out there, if you got any kids, when your kid cry, you pretty much like, okay, you break down. So I feel like she is emotional and she's wearing it on her sleeve, but she ain't stupid either. If it's working, keep doing it. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. She found her way into crying, and when she see the America keep her on the show, I'm gonna cry too. Goddammit.
I think that's just how she is. I think that's just really.
Like I said, she's
sensitive.
smart. She could be sensitive and all that too. That's fine. I'm not trying to change that, saying that's not her character, how she is. But damn, man, I remember one question they asked her. They didn't even finish the question. She was already doing this. I'm like, God damn. Let the question be finished, and she's already about to wipe a tear. So she's crying her way into victory, and she just might get that $100,000. Well, I would cry if I got the $100,000 too. I got $100,000. Hey man, she'll be the victor. I don't have any issues with her winning. I like Amaya. I actually like her to one of the top people that I picked. Who I want to win hasn't changed. Ace and Shelly. Let's go. Now, is that going to happen? Probably not. Would it be Taylor and Clark? Probably not.
No.
Would it be Nick and Sierra, because they're kind of dropping even though they closed off? It's going to be tight, man. It's going to be a shock.
They actually don't like Sierra, believe it or not. Like
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was because of a racial slur that she said years ago, and they dug it up. So they've been trying to get her off the episode.
Really? What did she say?
Well, not the episode, but the season.
What did she say?
Basically, she has, surgery in her face or whatever. I think it's surgery.
Did she? I didn't know that.
So she has Botox, and she made a comment on her, I think it was her Instagram. She was like just commenting on her eyes, saying that they look like, yeah,
There you go.
And the Asian community didn't agree with that C word.
Okay.
So they don't.
It's all good. It's all good. But y'all look, y'all put in the comment section what y'all think. And we finna get ready to get out of here because we're going to go watch the next episode and hopefully bring you guys an even better show. Listen, every show that we're going to do going forward, man, it's going to be something where you guys got to participate with us in it. Put it in the comment section. Let us know what you think, man. We're trying to get this off. All right. So with that being said, Deja, any final things you want to say?
Not necessarily. No. I mean, the last 2 episodes weren't like crazy. It was just like a soft little like recap and touch up of what we think going forward and who we think we're gonna win. But yeah, that's just what I said. And I do think Amaya and Brian are super cute. Yeah, I guess we'll just see.
Let's see what happens tonight.
We'll see how we're gonna vote too.
Give me a high five on that, big dog. All right, and another one bites the dust. And you know what me and Deja always say when we about to bounce. Deuces.